You know what keeps me up at night? Seeing hardworking folks stick to outdated retirement savings strategies that could be costing them thousands of dollars. I've spent years helping people plan for retirement, and I'll tell you something: the game has changed dramatically. The old save 10% and hope for the best approach just doesn't cut it anymore in today's economic landscape. Let me paint it for you. You know how our parents and grandparents worked for the same company for 30 years, got their gold watch, and retired with a cushy pension? Those days are long gone, my friend. The retirement landscape has shifted seismically, and if you're still following the old playbook, you're setting yourself up for a rude awakening. But here's the thing: traditional retirement advice so often seems cut from one-size-fits-all cloth. Save a fixed percent of your income, max out that 401k, wait for compound interest magic to work. Sound familiar? None of those practices is intrinsically a bad idea, but as far as actual, complete strategy goes, this can hold people back from truly having their fullest potential retirement. Now, for a moment, give this some thought. How long has it been since you really took a hard look into your retirement strategy? Probably, like most, you set it up once, perhaps years and years ago. You likely haven't given it much thought since then. And that's what the financial industry wants. It wants passive investors following conventional wisdom irrespective of whether such wisdom applies today. But the truth is, modern retirement planning needs a much more dynamic approach. It is not only about how much one saves, but how smartly one saves and invests. Consider this: inflation rates change the rules, healthcare costs skyrocket, and people are living longer. The math just doesn't work anymore. So, let's talk diversification, and not just diversifying between stocks and bonds. I'm talking multiple streams of income in retirement. Smart investors look beyond the plain vanilla of a retirement account to include things like real estate investment trusts, REITs, dividend-growing stocks, and building side hustles that will be able to sustain themselves through most of your retirement. The gig economy has opened up whole new possibilities for retirement planning. In lieu of full retirement, many people are opting to transition into part-time consulting or freelance work. This is not just about earning extra money. It's about staying engaged, maintaining purpose, and having more control over your retirement lifestyle. Tax efficiency is another area in which traditional retirement advice tends to oversimplify. Having all of your retirement savings in tax-deferred accounts, such as traditional 401(k)s, could make you more vulnerable to higher tax rates in retirement. Smart planners are increasingly using Roth accounts and other tax-diversified strategies that give themselves options in retirement. Take, for example, the power of health savings accounts, something most people weren't even on the radar a decade ago. These accounts boast triple tax advantages: tax-deductible contributions, tax-free growth, and tax-free withdrawals for medical expenses. This can be a game-changer in retirement when healthcare costs usually rise. I've seen too many people realize too late that they've been following an outdated playbook. Take, for instance, the client who at 55 was coming to me in a panic. She had followed conventional wisdom to save 10% of her income into her 401k for many decades. We ran the numbers, and when we did, adjusting for inflation and her desired lifestyle, she was woefully short. The good news? We were able to implement a modern, diversified strategy to get her on track. And technology certainly does not take a back seat in retirement planning. Robo-advisors, investment apps, and online planning tools democratize access to sophisticated investment strategies once reserved for the wealthy. These tools will help you optimize your investment allocations, minimize fees, and stay on track with your goals. Let's discuss fees for a minute, something the traditional retirement industry doesn't want you to think too hard about. Even small differences in investment fees compound over time to tens or even hundreds of thousands of dollars during your investing lifetime. Modern retirement planning means becoming fee-conscious, knowing exactly what you pay for. The very notion of retirement is evolving. Rather than a cliff edge where you go from full-time work to full retirement, consider designing a transition that works for you slowly and fits your values and lifestyle goals. This may involve starting a small business, consulting in your field, or turning a hobby into an income stream. Insurance and risk management strategies also have to be updated. For example, long-term care insurance is far different today than it once was. Now there are hybrid products that integrate life insurance with long-term care benefits, providing more flexibility and value than traditional policies. Another area where conventional wisdom usually fails is in Social Security strategy. The old advice of claiming as soon as possible may be leaving money on the table. With people living longer, maximizing Social Security benefits through delayed claiming strategies could make a big difference in your retirement income. Now, let's discuss something that is very important and usually goes overlooked: the psychological aspects of retirement planning. The old paradigm in retirement planning focuses strictly on the numbers, but good retirement planning has to address financial and emotional preparedness. I have seen time and again how individuals reach their magic number but felt unprepared for retirement because they had not given thought to lifestyle changes and emotional adjustments that go along with such a major life transition. Consider also how market volatility can affect your retirement strategy. The traditional approach of becoming more conservative with your investments as you age may be in need of updating. Maintaining some growth potential in your portfolio may be very important with people living longer in retirement. That does not mean taking unnecessary risks but having a thoughtful, balanced approach that takes into account both longevity risk and market risk. But arguably the most profound shift in modern retirement planning is the focus on creating a strategy for retirement income, not just savings. Building up a big nest egg isn't enough. You need to know how to turn that nest egg into reliable, sustainable income that will last throughout your retirement years. This may be accomplished by pooling investment income, Social Security benefits, annuities, and other sources of income to generate your own personal pension-like income. Other new considerations not taken into account in the old retirement playbook would be environmental, social, and governance investing. More retirees nowadays want their values aligned with investments and provide them with solid returns. The good news is, you don't have to decide anymore between doing well and doing good. Many of the ESG investments have come back competitive to support sustainable, socially responsible practices. But retirement planning keeps evolving, and so should your strategy. Ditch the outdated advice holding you back from having the retirement you really want. And most importantly, you should carve out time on a regular basis to review and update your retirement plan, in consideration of everything in your financial life, not just your savings rate. After all, you don't want to merely survive retirement, you want to thrive in it. First, your retirement is unique to you. While general principles are essential, your practice should reflect your personal circumstances, goals, and values. In other words, it is not that the old way of doing retirement planning is wrong, it's just incomplete for today's world. By embracing modern strategies and looking at retirement planning in a holistic manner, you will be able to build a more secure and fulfilling retirement future.